Hello and welcome back to the Reset, episode 70. This is me, Sean Tucker. How often do you stop doing what you're doing and look back and see what you've done to become who you are? Reflection is such a key point in understanding how far you've come, how much progress you've made. And I think not enough people do enough reflection that's helpful. Because reflection and feedback, they sound pretty similar, don't they? Reflection, though, is something that you can focus on and it can help your growth tremendously. So what you're going to receive in today's episode is just some really key insights into things that I know have really worked and helped me on my journey, but also things that I probably haven't done enough of. And I know one big thing in this space is reflection. Looking back at even 2 years ago, even 2 months ago, and seeing what has changed, what has happened in the last 2 months. Let's start there. So 2 months ago, what was happening? I was in Singapore. I was starting this podcast episode series, and now we're 70 episodes in. All right? It's crazy to see how much impact it's having on the greater community and also the world. The stories that I'm hearing back from some of the people who are listening, they're telling me that, wow, this should be in a course. What you're saying here is absolute gold. And it's funny because, I'm just talking, right? I'm just talking and I'm just sharing what's worked for me. And if it works for you, fantastic. It doesn't cost me anything except for being able to hit the button, hit start, hit record, and really just speak my mind. Unfortunately, I think some people have too easy access to microphones, and absolutely everyone has a voice these days. And yes, I think it's great, but it also comes at a cost because there's people out there who are influencing people who are quite vulnerable, and perhaps that's just what they need. But at the same time, I think there are so many people who should have a voice, who don't currently have a voice online, who would make such a bigger and better impact, especially when it comes to the youth, the young men out there who are really striving and starving for actual male leaders. But anyway, I spoke about that on another podcast. You can go and find that. So today's podcast, what is it? All right. Reflection. 2 months ago, I was literally on probably one of my first working holiday trips with my family. And it was so liberating, actually, because, I was a little bit fearful. I've got an old laptop. It's 10 years old this year. I was fearful that, I wasn't going to be able to keep up my consistent tasks every day, the things that help me in my work, and be able to deliver client sessions properly. But the thing is, I remember seeing a video from Justin Wenzel on Instagram. He said he had the perfect office setup. He had the greatest setup for his business because he is also an online coach. And, what he found himself doing was he was going to his office and he was doing his work and spending time in that office space, right? It's exactly what I'm doing now. But he said something really key. In the first year or two, he really designed this office space to be really great. Like, it was supportive towards what he was envisioning and all of those things. But one of the things he looked back on when he reflected a couple years down the track is, wait, I've built myself an office that isn't remote, but my whole intention for going online is so that I could be remote and work this sort of like laptop lifestyle. And in those few words that he mentioned, he straight away saw himself as being an office worker versus the lifestyle job that he actually wanted to work. Yes, he was making more money, but at the same time, he was working a job that he created for himself that wasn't in alignment with what he actually wanted. And so for me, looking back at that trip to Singapore, we were there for about 9 days. I had a great time because I was able to do my tasks and do it in a way where I had a portable or remote setup. You can go back and look at the first, maybe, I think it was probably episode 7 to 15 or something. You'll see I'm in a totally different location because I was able to use the space and I was able to record my podcast and I was able to do my task and deliver my client sessions. So watching that video by Justin, it was just really awesome to reaffirm, we can do this wherever we want. It doesn't have to be the perfect setup. He even runs his client sessions just sitting on the couch. He's got his laptop sitting on his leg, right? So this is the beauty with technology right now, is you do have the capabilities to do that. And that's the other thing. If I look back to even a month ago, I didn't have a website. Right, with the tools that are available now, with some of the artificial intelligence tools, the AI tools that are available, if you go to my website, seantucker.com.au/podcast, or any other page on my website, you'll see what I'm talking about. I did this all myself, something that would have taken me months if I was to do it by myself without the prompting and the vibe coding with the tool that I used. But I got it done in a matter of maybe 4 or 5 sessions in a week, something like that, without the help of one of my great friends. I wouldn't have been able to do that either. So I think one of the things that I'm proudest of in the last maybe 2 years, but maybe even extending beyond that, is just the quality of relationships that I've built with some people. It's the tribes that you belong to. It's the village that you're creating that will maybe make more impact than anything else in your life. Because for me, I really do care for relationships. I really do care for creating families and tribes that can rely on each other for support and for help. And yeah, when it comes to reflection, I'm actually blown away by not only the amount of support that I've been able to give the people in my community and other, mentors communities, but also what I've received back from that. And it just makes me filled with gratitude and hope, also hope that, we're actually coming together as people who can actually make a greater contribution when they do come together. Because I think we're done with that age of just doing it for yourself, being absolutely selfish and, making it for your own and leave everyone else behind. I really have this strong belief in bringing people with me. If I'm living a fantastic life and my well-being is really well taken care of, then contribution is the thing that lifts me up. Yes, I still need to make money. I still need to support my family and be able to generate what's needed. But the thing that actually really enlivens my spirit, my mind and my body is contribution. So looking back at all of those times, even in the last 4 years of being online, going out into networking spaces, seeing how far I've come in developing my voice, understanding just the sheer amount of work that I put into myself, and also the client transformations that I've created. I'm actually truly blown away by this journey and also what it's doing, all of those around me. And if you want to be part of it and really lean in to seeing what there is for you, I'd love to chat with you. I'd love to see if you're fit for one of our programs that we're offering. Because as you know, I do have the retreat coming up at the end of next month. It's the Unforgettable Reset. It's a men's retreat here in Melbourne. There are only 9 spaces left. So make sure if this is for you, that you get in, because it will sell out. And most importantly, I don't know if there will be another retreat. We need to capitalize on the opportunities that we have right now. We can't just let them go and say, oh, there'll be another time. There'll be the next time. Because the truth is, we don't know. We may not wake up tomorrow morning. So reflecting on your journey, being conscious of your mortality. These are 2 things that I want you to take away from today's episode. Because they will light a fire in you if you let them. And that color of the fire will actually allow you to not only burn bright, but actually burn in such a way that feels good feels good to be around. So if you found value in today's episode, share it with just one person. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's episode.